Adopt Me is doing the second ever admin abuse and it's coming out tomorrow, and they have just posted quite possibly the best Adopt Me game icon thumbnail I think I have ever witnessed. We have a giant penguin throwing gifts at a bat dragon. Like, who cooked? Who made this thing? This is sick. This is very cool. I also like the different shadow dragons in the background. What is that pet? That is a shadow dragon, guys. Are we getting a new shadow dragon inside of Adopt Me? There is kind of like an orangey gray version of a shadow dragon, and it's being summoned by this giant penguin. Let me go and tell you a bit more about this admin abuse. It says Jesse and Daggy are back, bringing the party vibes to Adopt Me for only half an hour. Good news, I'll be live streaming this event. You can go and check this out on the Adopt Me events tab. In case you guys don't know how you go and pull that up, you need to go into the Adopt Me website homepage, and where it says admin abuse, it will go and tell you it in your local time zone. So in the UK, it's going to be at 5 p.m. UK time. That's what I'm at. Or if you want, you can actually head on to Adopt Me's website. Normally, it's playadoptme. This is their only official website. Press next update, and it does normally have a countdown. I think I'm too soon. It says the ice cream penguins are out now, because as of filming, the ice cream penguins just released. Well, that makes sense. But as you can see, it says it begins at 5 p.m. and it ends at 5:30. Don't go joining at 5:30. That's not when it begins. That is when it ends. Let's see what the rest of it says. Join us as we cause chaos on Adoption Island. What will we do now Halloween is over? Can we top how crazy last week was? Only one way to find out is to be there. So, if you missed last week, Adopt Me's main focus was going and rewarding people with the Halloween currencies. For example, they gave around 80,000 currency away for free, which is a significant amount of currency, I must say. Now, we do have a direct chat with Jesse, and let me go and share this. Some other creators said, will there be any surprise or anything new in the admin abuse compared to last week, or will it be very similar? Jesse replies saying, I couldn't tell you. I don't know what's going to happen until I get that. I'd imagine that there will be similar structure built around us chatting using the global chat, but with new tools added every so often to change things up. Especially now, we can't just give out loads of candy corn because Halloween is over. New tools added every so often to change things up. What are the new tools gonna be? Well, considering the game icon has a bunch of gifts being thrown out, I'm gonna have a pretty wild prediction and say that I think they're gonna go and throw a bunch of gifts. You know, like these massive gifts. I feel like they have to kind of go and give us at least some, because if not, then this thumbnail is a lie. As of why there's a giant penguin, I don't know. Maybe Adopt Me has cooked and managed to figure out some sort of custom animations to make a giant penguin take over Adoption Island and throw gifts at people. If they have made a custom animation for that, then that would be sick, and I would be very impressed with the Adopt Me team, but chances are this is just like a concept thumbnail of what might be happening. Now, we do see a bunch of shadow dragons in the sky, which is interesting, right? Why? Why are they there? Is Adopt Me going and adding a new version of a shadow dragon? This definitely is a shadow dragon, but it's painted. And I don't think there is a paint that actually matches that color, by the way. I tried to check, the paint in the hair salon. So maybe they're actually adding a new variation of paint. Which, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. That's definitely also a potential. Let's open up this gift. Imagine I get the legendary. That would be cool to see. Let's have a look. Hey, I got a cookie saber. You know what? That is perfectly fitting. I will happily go and take a cookie saber, also known as a sword. I don't know why it's called a cookie saber, to be honest, but hey, Adopt Me clearly watches me if they put me in the gifts. Thank you, guys. I think the Bat Dragon's just there for fun. I think Adopt Me is trying to go and get a ton of people to go and join the admin abuse, and I think having a Bat Dragon in it just instantly goes and brings in a lot of people, because people love Bat Dragons. It's the most valuable pet. alongside having a shadow dragon in this thumbnail. This is like peak Adopt Me thumbnail. Stick in as much cool stuff that you possibly can in one thumbnail and win us over. Now, what is the other things that Adopt Me might be going and adding? Well, I did have another discussion with Jesse, which I can go and chat. So previously I mentioned that Adopt Me wasn't able to go and give away bucks because it was technically against a rule. Now, that rule has actually been overturned. The reason why, because it was technically classified as a currency, and if you were to go and give it to someone, then it would be classified as like paying someone, because you can kind of use this as a real currency and buy it with bucks. I don't know, it's a bit complicated, but basically to summarize, everyone can get bucks. You can get bucks now. So if you're going and playing the new admin abuse, Adopt Me could potentially go and give us a bunch of bucks, because previously they gave us a bunch of candy. There's no candy in the game now. The amount of candy would have cost like 3,000 Robux. If you just spend 3,000 Robux on bucks, that's 10,000 bucks. Imagine Adopt Me gives every single player 10,000 bucks. I don't know, but I have a feeling they might go and do some insane amount of bucks, because it's an admin abuse. They want to bring in a lot of people. I think they should maybe go and give away a bunch of bucks. But at the same time, if they give every single person 10,000 bucks to all of those like AFK bot accounts that are kind of just farming pets, then they're gonna, claim free reward. Oh, let's go. Have I never done that on this account? Yeah, we got a free reward. Let's go. Wow. Putting a pet wear on this pet is horrible. It just stacks on top. Actually, it's kind of cool. It stacks like a little ice cream, I guess. I haven't really tried dressing up this pet. But what was I saying? You know what? I've completely forgotten. There's a little penguin, and this hat distracted me. That's just me. I'm just a bit loopy. I get distracted by something, and then I slightly forget what I was talking about before. I think I was talking about bucks, right? So Adopt Me could potentially go and give us a ton of bucks. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think Jesse and Daggy are going to go and have a chat at 5 p.m. They're going to push a couple buttons. They're going to make some pets big, like a giant penguin. Because penguins are the new update, you know. This little dude right here is new. I think they're going to make a giant penguin because that's what the thumbnail icon is, right? It's going to have to be something similar to this. I think they're going to go and accidentally give people a bunch of gifts. And I think they'll maybe just give people like 10 gifts or something. Because previously, in case you missed it and you missed the summary, we got a spider box, we got like 80,000 candy, and what else did we get? We got like 2x bucks, triple x aging. I think they'll do that again. I imagine they will go and give everyone double aging and double bucks, or triple bucks and triple aging for the 30 minutes. So hey, if you want to go and age up your pets, that is like the perfect time to go and do it, is then. Like, that's when I advise you go and age up your pets. And let's see if we can actually decorate this thing to look cute. And wow, putting power on this thing kind of doesn't work great, because let me show you, it kind of just hovers there. Like, what? Maybe it's bugged out, or I don't know. This is a kind of a cool pet. I did just do a trading video, in case you haven't seen it already, to go and find out what people offer for the neon strawberry penguin. Because this pack costs you like a lot of Robux. If you don't understand the breakdown, it's 195 Robux, and then you times that by 40 to get one. It's 7,800 Robux, and you times it by 4. This is a 31,000 Robux pet. So this is like a $300 pet if you were to go and buy Robux. This would cost you $300, which, please, no one spend $300 on this pet. That would be absolutely ridiculous, and I would probably cry if you did that, so I don't advise going and doing that. But I think this admin abuse is going to be fun. It's going to be half an hour. For anyone who missed the last one, Daggy is someone who works at Adopt Me, kind of like the behind the scenes. I don't think there's going to be any custom animations, but you know what, there's only one way to find out, which is by going and joining the event. As I mentioned, I will be going and live streaming this, so if you want to go and check out the live stream, go and do that by pressing it like on the live tab on my channel, and there should be like a schedule. So yeah, If you want to go and check out my merchandise, you can go and get these items. They can arrive before Christmas. You can go and buy like a neon mouse pad, some stickers, glasses, cups, bags, you name it. I probably have it, including a pom-pom beanie. Yeah, that's cool. Go and order now on madebycookie.com. Since Roblox removed star codes, it took away like 10% of my income, so I'm gonna try and push the merch, even though I'm losing money on this as well technically. But hey, you can go and support the channel by buying this. And press the button on the screen to go and check out another Adopt Me video that I think you'd like to go and watch next. It's in fact me going and trading this lovely new neon strawberry penguin. Go and press the button on the screen to go and check that out because I think you'd like to go and watch it.